All right, UFOs. Dude, my question is in here somewhere. I am nowhere near a conspiracy freak or anything like that, but I do admit I get a hard-on for any documentary on that secret military base in Nevada that is called Area 51. The government is supposed... Well, I mean, believing in aliens, like... I don't know. That's really not that crazy. You know, you think, like, how big the universe is? There's just life on one planet. No life anywhere else, despite the fact that they see evidence of water on Mars at some point. You know, I'm telling you guys, we're not that special. If you're God and you made the whole universe, are you just going to sit back watching one planet? Maybe that's why the Earth... I don't think he's been watching us for the last couple thousand. When was the last time he reached out? Reach out, and freak someone out. Right? When was the last time he did that? When was the last time he fucking was in a burning bush going, hey, you there with the long fucking curvy stick next to the sheep. Come over here. Come over to the burning bush. You know, when was the last time he did that? I think he's been watching other Earths. Flipping through the channels. You know? Can you imagine how clear his fucking... How big do you think God's flat screen TV is? How clear is that picture? I bet even if you make it to heaven, you know, you don't even get to see it. Like, he comes out of his office and you try to peek in real quick. And like the human eye, it's just too much of a fucking glare, right? So anyways, yeah, if you believe in aliens, I mean, I don't know that we can reach one another. You know, that whole flying saucer fucking horseshit. I mean, how long can you go with artificial some sort of atmosphere in there? That was like on Star Trek. I mean, they just had this limitless supply of fucking oxygen. Just fucking flying through space. Now look at them. They landed on a lot of planets that had oxygen. They would just land on these planets and they just had oxygen. I think what they did was they landed the Starship Enterprise and they just opened the windows and they got some more oxygen and then they flew away, right? Isn't that how it works? Anyways, the government supposedly is housing and researching crashed UFOs and uses deadly force to keep regular people out. Do you have any opinion on the subject? I think I just said... I mean, I don't fuck. Do I think they actually have the bodies of aliens? Do you realize, like, the level of secrecy you would have to have if you actually had that shit? That would be like one of the things before they went in the room. It's like, okay, we're going to let you in this room. And you got to understand, when you go in this room, the door is closing and you're never getting out. Because you're going to see some fucking shit in here that I don't give a fuck. You're not. If you have one shot of NyQuil, you're going to be blabbering about it. You can't do it. So I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anyways, he goes, what does your bullshit meter say? I think there's way too much of a veil of secrecy around the place to think otherwise. I used to know someone who was a career Air Force pilot. Whenever the subject of that base or those mysterious lights over Phoenix seen in 1997 came up, he completely removed himself from the conversation. Those mysterious lights, I don't even know what you're talking about. For all you know, they're just testing some psycho fucking weaponry. You know? Remember when the new Yankee Stadium came out in like 08 or 09, and they were like, we have 2013 technology. All right? If those fucking morons that run that place can have shit that we're not going to have, you know, they can be 4 or 5 years ahead of us. Can you imagine what the government is? I mean, they got to have shit from, like, I don't know, 2014. I have no fucking idea. I don't know. Anyways, he says, quite frankly, the evening's laughs would end right after the topic was brought up. I believe in life outside of our universe. To think that we human and all of Earth's inhabitants are the only life anywhere is just plain ignorant. I 100% agree with that. I'm sure you've heard stories about President Nixon secretly showing UFOs and aliens to his favorite comedian, Jackie Gleason. That's a complete crock of shit. What would you... like he's going to do that? All right. Now, I know I'm not supposed to show you that. I know I'm not supposed to show you this stuff. And away we go. That was a bad Nixon impression right there. What would happen if you were shown some stuff like that? I imagine I would immediately be microchipped or shot in the back of the fucking head. Would you tell about it? I wouldn't want to know about that. That if I actually found out about that, it would blow my fucking mind. You know what it is? Look, maybe your Air Force guy buddy there has seen something, because I would say that like all No, but you know what? He laughs right up until that moment. If he wasn't laughing at all throughout all your conversation, then I would believe it more, because I know if I knew some shit like that, and then I would sit there and listening to people talking about God and all the shit that we believe down here that didn't include aliens, I would feel like a fucking alien. Because I would be like, yeah, we're just a speck of dust there, people. And there's all this other stuff out there. And, yeah, I mean, it would drive me nuts after a while. Yeah, no. I'm not cut out for that fucking... the kind of secrets I can keep are like, it stays in the locker room kind of shit. You know what I mean? You live your life how you want to fucking live your life. Until, like, if you're, if you're pouring shit into the water supply, if you're doing stuff like that, if you're fucking vandalizing the neighborhood I live in, then go fuck yourself. All right? But, the other bullshit, I look the other way. But if I knew there was fucking aliens, yeah, no. Look, I'm too fucking stupid. There's no way they would tell it to me. If I was in the Air Force, how far into the Air Force do you think I would get? Do you think I'd get anywhere beyond the guy with the two sticks guiding the fucking plane in? I don't know. Anyways, he says Blackhawks versus Bruins for the 2013 Stanley Cup. Hawks in 5s, maybe 6. I don't see us making the Stanley Cup Finals. I hate to say that, unless we make a trade. I know we're looking for Alfredson, but I don't know who we're going to give up for him. But I saw a gap between us and the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'd be interested to see how some of the other teams. I'm going to start watching the Penguins. I'm waiting to see when they play the Canadiens, because I want to see if the Canadiens are as good as their record, because they're fucking killing it right now. They really are. Oh, by the way, that almost made me stop rooting for GSP when the crowd started going, ole, 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 ole. And the only thing that saved me was he had the Quebec Nordique fucking tattoo on the back of his cap. So I'm like, all right, this guy he likes the Avalanche. All right, Belinsky. Many times you've said we're all doomed because of overpopulation, but it's actually the opposite. We are doomed because people are not having enough children. Oh, Jesus. Okay, from... Oh, Jesus. Did you join a cult, sir? All right. You know what? I'll go along with this. The following article discusses what I'm talking about. I'll put this link up on the podcast page for everybody to read. Essentially, America's fertility rate is declining, meaning the population will get older and older as it also shrinks, meaning more healthcare costs and fewer reasons for businesses to innovate and provide better products. Also, global population growth is slowing to a halt and will begin to shrink within 60 years. I don't know where you're getting your stats from, sir, but okay. Low fertility societies don't innovate because their incentives for consumptions tilt overwhelmingly toward healthcare. They don't invest aggressively because the average age skewing higher and capital shifts to preserving. Sir, are you ever going to address what the environment? Are you going to address what we've done to the environment? Or are you one of those people who believes that 7 billion people on this planet, okay, and that horse shit out there in the Pacific Ocean that's fucking 2.5 times the size of Texas and 2 miles deep, that swirling pile of trash out there? We put a fucking hole in the ozone layer. Okay? Less people as far as for the survival of humanity. Okay? Fuck all selling widgets and all of that horse shit. And, well, everybody's going to be on the iron lung if we don't have any babies. A bunch of people need to die. They need to die off. There's way too many fucking people. There's only so much fresh water. There's only so much natural resources. There's only so much fish you can pull out of the ocean. There's only so much fucking shit you can throw in the ocean before there's that tipping point. Tipping point. What you're sending me, sir, is not facts. What you're sending me is an angle. This is this guy's angle. I will read this angle. Okay? But what I love is that someone has written that overpopulation. You're like, many times you said that we're all doomed because of overpopulation, but it's actually the opposite. What? Because this guy says so? So the other smart people that wrote those other studies, they're immediately all full of shit because this other guy said this. You know? Did you read the shit that I read? Because I'll read your thing. But I think the problem is that human beings will never stop believing that we're fucking important. And that we're made in God's image and all that other fucking egomaniac shit